Well, hello everyone. It's great to see you. And I have another poetry reading for you, actually, too, that I've selected from the same book that I read from before. And I know that fourth grade is working on poetry. And so I thought, and hopefully they're actually trying to write some of their own poetry. So you can actually try to, maybe this will help inspire you to write your own poetry. So I'm reading one that has to do with something that's probably happening to a lot of us while we're at home with our familias, and it's called titled "It's Not My Fault," or it's so what I'm going to do. It says no, it's titled "All My Fault," and so it's once again out of Wham. It's Poetry Jam, written by Sara Holbrook, and this is the page that I'm reading from, and it's called titled. And I'm going to bring it in as close as I can. And it says, All My Fault. And it's hopefully readable. And if not, you can definitely find it online and get all the words and probably see what all the words are saying. Um, if you can't see it really good here. Okay, so I'm going to start reading. It says, All My Fault, it's titled. The guinea pig has fleas. There are grass stains on my knees. And it's all my fault. There's mustard on the floor, and flies came in the door, and it's all my fault. The milk is warm and sour. All the bread has been devoured. That means eaten up. That, too, is all my fault. When, when I walked into the room, do you always start to fume, get angry, like it's all my fault? Did I cause the national debt, the creeping ozone threat? Is that all my fault? How about overpopulation? Did I pollute the habitation? Is that all my fault? Was I born to take the blame? A guilty face to fit the frame? Like this is all my fault. I didn't make the traffic slow, but the delinquent video is mine. That one is all my fault. Okay, so I thought it was really cute because so many times, and right now while we're all together in our homes with our familia and our hermanas and our hermanas, we are hermanos and hermanas. We probably are getting blamed for things that we didn't do, and that's going to happen. But you can't get too angry about it because that's just the way the life is. Sometimes we do things and we are guilty and then we don't get blamed. So just think about all the times you did do something wrong and you didn't get blamed and someone else got blamed. So think about those times and just take it and deal with it and say, okay, maybe lo siento will come your way. Someone will say they're sorry because it was not your fault, but maybe not. And so I have another poetry reading from this book, and it's called Mr. Who, which is really cute because, the parents are saying, Who did this? Who did this? Usually, I remember my kids saying, I'm always getting blamed for something I didn't do. So this poem is really cute because it's called Mr. Who. And we all know that we have trouble with getting accused of things. And then this one is kind of on the same line because you're not getting accused, but someone wants to find out who did it. Okay, so that's what we're going to listen to right now. It's called Mr. Who. So once I locate it. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to show you the page that it's on. and it's called Mr. Who. And almost anything that I've read, you can probably see it on YouTube somewhere else. I mean, it's just there. And they might do a better job than Miss Dimes. Who knows? And you might be able to see the words better than what I'm able to show you. Okay, it says Mr. Who. We have a ghost in our house. We call him Mr. Who does all the things a kid would never do. Like put trays in the freezer with no water or no ice. Any kid would know that that wasn't very nice. Who uses toilet paper and he doesn't change the roll. Eats cereal by the TV and then steps in the bowl. Who leaves his trucks and cars spread out on the floor when Daddy walks in barefoot. Who hides behind the door. Who won't take time to flush, forgets to feed the cat, always hides my shoes and never puts the milk back. Who doesn't make the bed, and when it's time for chores, who thinks it's kind of cute to drag me out of doors. And so I get in trouble. What's a kid to do? Who did this? They ask. I shrug. Well, you know who. So I thought that was cute because my kids were always complaining like, I'm always getting blamed. You say who did it and it's always me. And, so it's kind of on the same line as the first poetry. So Mr. Who is the person that your parents always say, who did this? So this poem is titled Mr. Who. So I thought it was kind of cute. And it's very similar to what we recently just read, It's Not My Fault. So I hope you enjoyed this poetry. And like I said, this is a good poetry reading for, almost any age. And I will be reading some stories because I'm doing poetry right now because it's nice and short and sweet. And everyone has an attention span for this short poetry. So try working on your own poetry and then maybe try working and listening to the poetry again and try to write down all the words that you know in Spanish. Okay? All right. So I'm not using a lot of my Spanish words because Miss Dimes is doing just good just dealing with English and making a video. So I will maybe come back later on and maybe I might redo it and do it in Spanish. And then you can say, no, Miss Dimes, you said it wrong. But that'll help you practice your Spanish. You can help Miss Dimes even though she won't be able to hear you. No escuchar. So, but you can tell me later on when you see me again. Or maybe you can make me a video and reread it and tell me the things I didn't do right. Okay. All right then. Have a nice weekend and week, and I hope you will enjoy the next story that I read. And I probably won't be doing too much more poetry for you because unless I find something I like in this book again. All right. Or find some more poetry around, and maybe I'll read my poetry that I wrote and you can hear mine. Okay? All right. Thank you and enjoy your time once again. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.